and strikes. Marvin Hudson, Angel Hernandez, Adrian Johnson will work the bases. So there's Aaron Laffey getting ready to face this Texas lineup that rang up 11 runs in the opener of this doubleheader. At home, he has been dominant. Look at that, 4-0 with a 1.90 ERA.
He has pitched well, loves pitching in this ballpark.
And Ian Kinsler stands in all ready to get us started. Rangers second baseman.
This is the normal position we're used to watching him hit, is that leadoff spot. He hit third in game number 1.
And Laffey misses outside for ball 1. Let's get a look at our league leaders, brought to you by the Indians Team Shops. By second baseman Ian Kinsler, trailing only Aaron Hill of the Blue Jays in homers. Ground ball to short, and Asdrubal Cabrera will throw him out. 1 down. I'll bring up Elvis Andrus.
Andrus in game number 1 in that 7th inning with a 1-out walk. And that was Jensen Lewis's last hitter. He stole second, stole third, so really set that inning up because they ended up walking Kinsler. They threw the wild pitch, and then it was a 3-run home run by Bird that put that game back in Texas's favor.
Just missed with that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Liner down the right field line, fair ball. Chu will try to cut it off, and he will. Andrus digging for 2. Here's the throw, and not in time. Cabrera. First, he's upset that he got spiked. Second, he's upset that they didn't get him.
Well, yeah, he thought they had him. I think he got spiked. That foot came in. It was a late slide. It was a good throw.
Asdrubal might be saying, if his foot hit me, how could he be safe?
Well, that's exactly right.
Another look.
Gets down there. It's a good throw. Chu has to backhand it, plant and throw, and it's a good hustle play.
He was safe.
Well, it looked like he got the foot in, but then it did clip. Let's see where it gets Cabrera. You see, he was in. Yes, he was. It looks like that left foot got clipped. So it'll be a double for Andrus. It was a good hustle play all the way around. Here comes the slide. It's a late slide. He knows he's got to get there. There's where the cleat catches him. You see it? Gets his pant. Maybe on the left shin or towards the ankle. But he had to get out of the way. He'll have a little gash there. Andrus, that's going to be his 14th double.
Marlon Byrd, what a first game he had in this series, going 4 for 4, 3 singles and a home run.
Now you notice they're keeping him much closer this time because he just had a walking lead and stole third base the next pitch after he just stole second. So Valbuena doing his job, keeping him close.
Laffey's 0-1. Missed down low to even the count. Outfield straight up for Marlon Byrd. And a bouncing ball in the hole. Cabrera backhanded, off balance throw, not in time. And now Jimenez has it hit off his glove, but he's able to run it down before Andrus can come around third and score. So an infield single for Byrd has Rangers at the corners, still only one out.
Well, that's a play there at first base. If you're Jimenez, you've got to come off and try and get it instead of stretch and make the great play, beat it out. And he just didn't catch the ball, it looked like. That was a great play by Cabrera to even make it close with Byrd going down the line. So it's now first and third.
Here is Andruw Jones batting in the cleanup spot in the second game of this doubleheader.
Talk about testing your left leg after you just get spiked. He just did.
Yeah.
Jumping up and having to throw that ball all the way across the field.
And he gets ahead of Jones with a strike. Jones only a .217 average, but he has belted 17 home runs. Liner to short, caught by Cabrera, back to third for an inning-ending double play. Caught Elvis Andrus in no man's land, and Aaron Laffey survives a shaky start. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Tribe coming to bat. Of the Cleveland Indians. Michael Brantley continues to tear it up at the start of his major league career. Jamie Carroll in the two-hole, followed by Cabrera. Then Chu, Peralta, Valbuena, Matt Laporta, Chris Jimenez, and Kelly Shopping. Brandon McCarthy. Brantley lines one toward left, and a nice running catch made by Murphy for out number one.
Let's set the Rangers defense for you in game two. It's Murphy in left field, Byrd in center, Cruz is in right. Herman at third base, Andrus at shortstop, Kinsler at second, Davis is at first, and Teagarden behind the plate. Brandon McCarthy making his 13th start. He was the Rangers' number 3 starter coming out of spring training and made every scheduled start until his stint on the DL going back on June 5th. But this guy has never been able to stay healthy.
They don't come much taller or skinnier than Brandon McCarthy, who goes 6'7", 200 pounds. He turns sideways, you can't see him.
Well, he's got that curveball, fastball, And when he's effective, there's that curveball. Very good. It's a tough pitch to get called a strike, but it's a good curveball. He's 2-2 on the road. He's 4-0 at home this year.
Jamie Carroll, a one hopper to short. Andrus knocked it down, dropped it, picked it up, and the throw not in time. So Carroll aboard on what I have to believe will be an error on Elvis Andrus.
Well, you would think so. That guy was a one hopper. He chose to stay back on it and sort of backhand it, and he just didn't catch it. So that'll go as an error on Andrus. His second error. He had one in the first game on the throw to first base.
So a one-out base runner for Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera in game one, 2 for 5 with a double. Drove in 2 runs with that extra base hit. Now 59 runs batted in on the year for the Indians shortstop.
Well, I guess if you try to describe the year Cabrera's had, you can do it in one word: consistent.
Yeah.
He's been very, very consistent.
Here's our great clip of the game.
I bet it's the left center.
Yeah. Cabrera alley. Drives in a pair, and that really got the Indians offense back in the game. That made it 5-3. Relax. You're at great clips. 1 inning later, they would tie it at 5. Blooped foul and caught by Herman. 2 down.
Now he runs one inside on him. You know, that's tough to do because Cabrera chokes up there, but it was belled high. And he really got deep into that kitchen there, and he just an easy pop out.
Shin-Soo Choo takes a strike. Now the Indians made a lot of noise with runners in scoring position when they got 2 outs in that first game.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage with 2 outs.
Throw over. Jamie Carroll able to get back with a dive. The 0-2 fouled right back. Two down, runner at first. The 0-2 pitch. And a weak bouncing ball to second base. Ian Kinsler will throw him out. And after an inning of play, no score here in Cleveland. By McCafe Coffees at McDonald's, all made to order with fresh ground espresso beans. And by All Care Dental and Dentures, we make seeing the dentist easy. No score, second inning here at Progressive Field. One hopper, it gets by Valbuena into center field. That ball was scorched.
Yes, it was.
Nelson Cruz with his second straight hit after getting a double in his last at bat in the first game of the doubleheader.
You want to talk about hit hard and on the nose. Boy, that was a sinker. They wanted to go inside. He didn't get it in there, and that goes past Valbuena. I mean, in a heartbeat. That's the third hit for the Rangers already.
Here is David Murphy. He went 1 for 4 with a homer in the opener. Missed. Oh, no, caught the inside corner. You know, a lot of times when you see the catcher reach back across the body, you just don't get that call very often. That time he did.
Yeah, and you can see where Shopik has to reach. And it looked like he caught it for a ball, but it was called a strike.
Had him reaching for it. That's a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. First strikeout for Aaron Laffey, one down here in the second. Fans, don't forget, if there's an engagement coming up, check out Alvin's Jewelers Pray for Rain promotion. You buy your engagement ring at Alvin's Jewelers, then if it rains on your wedding day, your engagement ring is free. Log on to alvinsjewelers.com for all the details. Here is Taylor Teagarden. Teagarden just a .202 hitter. But as Rick mentioned earlier, with the problems with Jared Saltalamacchia and his shoulder and his inability to handle the catching duties, that precipitated the move to get Pudge Rodriguez and bring him back.
Now you got a veteran with about 15 years in, and he's got to get a day off because, hey, remember, we come right back here at 12 o'clock tomorrow and play the final game of this series. They'll be playing 3 games within 24 hours.
Strike to the outside corner. Now the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase that time. Another look here. Good location with a fastball just above the belt. Couldn't catch up to it. And now a 2-2 count with that runner at first and 1 out. Close. Didn't get the call. Full count.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they do start Cruz here. I mean, Laffey's a ground ball pitcher. He has 22 double plays. He has gotten hitters to ground into. You know you're not going to get a jump, but you know that depends on the hitter. If they feel he's going to put it in play, they could start the runner. If they don't, which they don't, he could strike out. That's what they're saying. And they certainly don't want to have a strike him out, throw him out double play. But Laffey looking to get that sinker down and away and get double play number 23.
I guess the thinking probably is you've got Davis on deck who's got home run power. So you don't want to run yourself into the double
and he
play.
knows his hitter. He knows his personnel much better than I do.
Well, he drew a walk. Well, it worked out well for Texas. 2 on, only 1 out. And Chris Davis will be coming to the plate.
Well, the Indians team shop's giving you a chance to experience club seats here at the ballpark. Just spend $100 or more at any team shop or ballpark souvenir location and receive a voucher good for 2 club seats for just $25. That's a $240 value. So take advantage of that. Games are dwindling down.
Here is Chris Davis. And a one-hopper into right field. Coming around third, Nelson Cruz going to get the stop sign. Choose throw all the way through, and the bases are loaded.
Boy, did you see how late that stop sign came?
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You have to get a good read. But Dave Anderson, the third base coach, he was almost 3/4 of the way down the line before he put the stop sign up. Davis gets another pitch that he hooks in the hole, a breaking ball up, and they know Chu can throw. He's got the assist and one hopper right there. He's got a scamper back, but it'll be bases loaded and 1 out.
Boy, Cruz, if his foot would have come out from underneath him, he'd have been done.
Sure he would have.
Esteban Herman, batting just 133. He's only played in 5 games, so this is his 6th game with the Rangers. 15 at-bats, 2 hits.
Put a Royals jersey on him.
Yeah.
He never hit like that when he was with the Royals against the Tribe.
Maybe he'll forget.
No, I'm just saying. I remember him, man. It seemed like every time we would go and play Kansas City or you had a left-handed pitcher, this guy would be in the lineup.
Up the middle and through. He's going to drive in 1. Cruz scores. Teagarden's coming home. Throw is cut off. And once again, Esteban Herman delivers against Chief Wahoo. And the Rangers jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Well, and that walk sort of hurt Aaron Laffey there, and it's 3 hits in the inning. It's 5 on the game, and Herman just right back up the middle. Didn't try and do too much with it, and once it gets past a diving Valbuena, the Rangers are going to go back up on top in game 2. 2-0.
And now we go to the top of the order, and Ian Kinsler. Ground ball into left field. Davis around third. He'll be waved home. The throw to the plate is offline, and now it kicks away from Shopik, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Runners second and third, and it's now 3-0 Texas as Ian Kinsler gets his 79th run batted in on the year.
And then you give Laporta an error in left field on the throw. That was way offline. So now Texas, another base hit. They'll have second and third, still just the 1 out. Watch the throw offline. That's a terrible throw right there. It was not deep in left field, but way offline. That allows those 2 guys to move up. So the error in the inning, and they have 3 on the board.
So Texas picking up where they left off in game 1.
Yes, they are.
And Aaron Laffey, he's getting ground balls, but they're either pulling him in the hole or taking him right back up the box.
Sometimes that happens to sinker ball pitchers. When you're getting your ground ball, they find holes, but a couple of them have been hit very hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one breaking ball to Davis was up in the zone. The one that started this inning, Nelson Cruz hit, a bullet. And they've got 3 hits on the very first pitch from Laffey.
And Elvis Andrus takes a strike. Way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Andrus doubled into the right field corner his first time up, but he was erased on a double play at third base when he strayed too far off the bag on a line drive. So, I mean, when you think about it, Laffey was fortunate to get out of that first inning, the way they were swinging the bats.
Well, you're right. He made a base running mistake over there at third base. It was a little soft line drive. He should have been freezing at third.
Ground ball, another one toward the hole. Valbuena closes it. He'll throw out Andrus. 2 down, but another run is in for Texas, and they are up 4-0. Ian Kinsler goes to third on the play, and Andrus has his 31st run batted in on the year. So, very similar to Game 1 when Texas jumped out to the 4-0 lead. 8th man to bat in the inning is Marlon Byrd. Out of play. Byrd an infield hit in the first inning. So he is a perfect 5 for 5 in the series.
He's having one of those nights that we talked about from Game 1.
He doesn't want this night to end.
Well, the way it's starting here in Game 2, he's got a chance for a few more at-bats. I'm surprised it didn't hit second base.
Yeah, Valbuena throws him out, and the Indians finally retire Marlon Byrd for the first time this evening. But Texas jumps to a 4-0 lead. See if the Indians can play come from behind again here in Game 2. They did a good job in Game 1, but ultimately fell short. Peralta drives it to the deepest part of the park, and Marlon Byrd has it for out number 1. Let's have a look at the Alltel text ball question of the game. Which Indian has the most hits all time against the Rangers franchise going back to 1961? Is it Omar Vizquel, Julio Franco, Carlos Baerga, or our old buddy Max Alvis from Jasper, Texas?
Well, that would have been Washington back there when Maxie was playing against him.
Text your answer to 31962. Results later in the game. Valbuena takes a strike. High fly ball, right center field. Bird again has it 2 away. Well, the Indians did clobber a couple of home runs in that first game. A solo shot by Travis Hafner, 2-run job by Matt Laporta. And for every home run the Indians hit this year, Great Clips is donating $50 to the Gathering Place. Rick and I are chipping in $5 each. Over $8,600 raised so far. Log on to touchedbycancer.org to learn more about the Gathering Place or find out how you can make a donation to a wonderful community that helps individuals battling cancer as well as their family members with programs provided free of charge. They have 2 locations, one in Beechwood and one in Westlake, and they just do tremendous work. Matt Laporta 2 for 5 with a double and a homer in the first game. Nice to see him bounce back after he was in the throes of an 0 for 16 slump. McCarthy bounced it in front of home plate. California native Brandon McCarthy. Originally signed by the Chicago White Sox. He was a 17th round pick back in 2002. Made his major league debut in 2005.
You know, and the Rangers had to give up John Denks to get him. And that's the one thing. He was a promising young pitcher. But you know why Chicago was upset is because they wanted to teach him in that ballpark how to turn it over and throw a little sinker for ground balls because the way the ball flies out of there. He didn't want to learn. He didn't want anything to do with it. Now he's in another ballpark where the ball flies just as much. Yes, he did.
He did not, says first base ump Marvin Hudson.
Wow, it caught a break. That's a break. It looked like it initially. He went, but maybe not. No, a lot of body motion. Maybe he didn't.
Now the 2-2. There's that curveball. Hit in the hole. Backhanded by Andrus. Off balance throw, and he's done it again. Elvis Andrus with a couple of highlight reel plays in this doubleheader. Retires Laporta, and the Indians go 1-2-3. Well, we go to the third inning here at Progressive Field. Nightfall in downtown Cleveland. Second game of this twilight doubleheader. Andrew Jones, Nelson Cruz, David Murphy. And Andrew Jones lifts one high and foul and out of play. Jones lined into an inning-ending double play in the first.
Well, a guy that was, I think, the last man on the roster to make this team coming out of spring training. 25th guy. They wanted to take a chance with him. They felt at 31 he still had a little something left. And average-wise, maybe not what he expected, but he's gotten more playing time than they expected with some injuries.
Carroll on the run with a low throw dug out by Jimenez. Nice play by Jamie Carroll. That ball was hugging the line, and he had to make a nice moving off-balance throw to get him.
Well, he got a nice hop on it. That ball didn't hit for the second hop. It would have been a lot tougher if it did. He was able to get it right there and had his momentum going to first base and gets rid of it for out number one.
Nelson Cruz takes a strike in the count 1-1. Nelson Cruz started this series in the first game with 3 strikeouts. Mixed in a walk and then got a base hit in his last at bat and then singled his first time up here in game 2. There's a long drive deep to left. Laporta looking up, and it is off the top of the fence. Cruz hustling into second base to throw a little bit offline, and he go in standing with a 1-out double.
Well, all of a sudden, 3 straight hits. He's turning a terrible night into a decent one, isn't he?
That's pretty impressive when you consider how bad he looked.
Yes, indeed.
Early
that was
in that first
a
game.
1-2 pitch. And let's see where it was. See, he's not getting it inside. A couple of times they let him give him some swinging room with the breaking ball. You either bounce it, and they left it middle of the plate. He missed a home run by a couple of feet. Another base hit. That is 7 now for the Rangers. They have 2 doubles in this ball game. They had 5 in the first game. A lot of extra base hits tonight.
David Murphy struck out his first time up. And he goes fishing for that one, 0-2. Murphy with a one-hopper, and it gets past Cabrera. Might have ticked off his glove. Coming around third, Nelson Cruz will score, and Texas now has a 5-0 lead. Murphy scorched that ball up the gut, and, you know, Rick, as we've said, he's getting ground balls, but a lot of these ground balls have been lasers.
Yeah, this was a breaking ball down, and he just dropped the bat head, and I mean, it's hit hard. That's by Laffey, and it's by Cabrera before he knows what to do with it. They just continue. They've had multiple hits in every inning so far tonight. And, you know, that's the last thing Wedge wants to do is go to that bullpen the way they pitched in game 1. And you're only in the third inning. They have 8 hits and 5 runs in.
This is drilled down the right field line. Extra bases for Taylor Teagarden. Into third is David Murphy. He'll be held there. Taylor Teagarden with his 9th double of the year. And the hit parade continues for Texas. 9 hits already in the game, second and third, and still only 1 out here in inning number 3.
Like it's turning into batting practice. I mean, these guys are free and easy right now, and they're just putting good swings on everything. And the location for Aaron Laffey's not very good. And they are having themselves a party. Looks like Oka's going to be the first man up.
Infield in, cut of the grass around the horn, and Carl Willis is going to go out for a visit.
Well, the Rangers, they got 4 hits on the first pitch from Laffey. They're not spotting him strike one, out of their 9. So, and an 0-2 pitch to Murphy. So the Rangers, they just have their hitting shoes on tonight. Carl Willis going to stall for time until Oka can get loose because there's nothing else they can do.
Well, you know what? While we have a moment here, let's send it back to the STO studios for a Ford Sports Update with Al Pulowski.
All right, Matt, Rick, let's go to Chicago, where if you're a White Sox fan, I don't think you have to worry about playoff tickets the way their season's going now. Here, Jerry Hairston Jr. hits this, or rather Scott Hairston hits this double to left field. That scores a run. Oakland ahead 8-0. They're in the 4th inning in Chicago. Back to you.
Al, are you sure it wasn't Carl Hairston? Big Daddy from the Browns, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, Chicago is, they are fading fast, Rick.
Yeah. Oh, they when they hit that last streak in Minnesota, no siree. Not in the cards for them.
No, the way Detroit's going, they're pulling away. I mean, they're hitting the hammer down right when you need to. Swing and a miss.
So far tonight, in the first game, Davis saw 12 pitches. 10 of them were strikes. Well, he saw 1 pitch in his last at-bat was a base hit. That was a strike. This is a strike. So 14 pitches, 12 strikes tonight.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase again. Two-strike pitch. Able to lay off that time. There's a liner hard hit to left. Laporta grabs it, tagging at third. David Murphy comes home to score.
I don't understand that right there. Laffey had him 1-2. He was swinging at every breaking ball away. And he tried to sneak a fastball by him inside and allows him to do his job. Sacrifice fly. Look, they want it up. It's down. I mean, sure, the location isn't where you want it, but why even show him anything in there to let him put a bat on the ball? So that'll be a sacrifice fly. That'll be another run. It's 6-0 Rangers.
And Esteban Herman, who had a 2-run single his first time up. Speaking of Detroit, they're up 3-2 on Kansas City in the 5th inning at Kauffman Stadium. As they continue
That's Porcello
to
pitching in that game for Detroit. Fine young rookie.
Well, he was impressive the last time we saw him.
Well, 12 starts.
Jimenez, the flip to the bag, and Laffey just does beat Herman. Texas tacks on 2 more. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. 6-zip Rangers. start this game for Texas. He's thrown 22 pitches. 18 of them have been for strikes. So I put the whammy on him.
Well, no, he's been sitting in that dugout for so long. You get out there, and now he should be able to be a little more aggressive with a 6-0 lead. Laughing's night could be over because it looks like that bullpen is still throwing.
Yeah.
Tomaoka.
1-2 the count on Jimenez. It seems pretty evident that it's one of those nights where Laffey just doesn't have it.
Well, and the Texas bats, they've been pounding it away all night long.
Missed down low, 2-2.
The Indians have only beaten them once this year. They were shut out down in Arlington. They won 1 out of the 3 the last time Texas was here in August.
Yeah, which is why it's so surprising when you talked earlier about their struggles against the AL Central.
I know. I mean, the way they played against the Indians, you would think they would dominate.
First strikeout for McCarthy, one down here in the third. That win in Game 1 got Texas back to 500 against the AL Central this year.
Well, visit the official online shop of the Indians at Indians.com. A large selection of authentic merchandise, caps, T-shirts, jerseys, and more. You can get your team gear straight from the source. That's Indians.com.
Here is Kelly Shoppett with 1 out in the bottom of the third. And he takes a strike. 10 homers, 35 ribbies for Shoppett this year. One ball, one strike. Two balls and a strike. Boston pulling away from Baltimore. 9-zip Red Sox over the Orioles. So Texas needing to win to stay with the Red Sox. That win in Game 1 guarantees that, and then they can pick up a half game if they sweep the doubleheader. It remains 2-2. Texas has one more off day after Thursday. Both the Indians and Rangers have an off day on Thursday, and then Texas has one more open date the rest of the way.
Well, they're finally going to get back home where they can play. They've been on the road quite a long time. What, 25 out of 32 or something like that on the road.
And they're going home for a 9-game stand against the Mariners, A's, and Angels.
Getting back into their division.
And then they go on the road for 4 in Oakland. Back home for 3 with Tampa. And then they finish the year with 4 in L.A. against the Angels, 3 in Seattle. Shoppett draws a walk, so good at bat for the Indians' number 9 man. Let's go have a look at our Subway fresh face of the game. Travis Fryman at Mahoning Valley leads his Scrappers in a best-of-3 playoff against Brooklyn. 49-27, best mark in the young franchise history. Subway, play hard, eat fresh. Michael Brantley takes a strike. You'll understand Fryman's Scrapper team leads that game 3-1 in the ninth. We'll bring you an update on the final score when we get it. Brantley trying to bloop one in, but it's going to hang up in the air for Marlon Byrd. 2 down. And now Jamie Carroll steps to the plate. Nice to see Travis Fryman trying his hand at managing and having success in his first year.
Well,
I think we all knew that when we knew him as a player, knew that that was going to be his future if he chose to do it. It was just a matter of with Travis, young kids, and
that's
when
probably
you've been a player for
likes.
so long, you spend all that time away from your family, and now you want to try to give back and be around. And
I think that's why he started with the short season.
Yeah.
With the A ball, to see if you dabble into it, to see if you enjoy it, if you get along with the kids, and you see how it works out. And he's gone back and had a little success, which doesn't surprise us. He's got that, that infectious personality, I think. Loves the game of baseball, was a good player, and if he can relate any of the things that he learned in his big league career to some of the young kids at that age, it certainly can only help.
There's one thing that I think he excels at, Rick. It's teaching. Teaching the ways and how you go about your business. Oh, nice scoop by
Yes, it was.
Davis at first base. And the inning is over. 3 complete. 6-0 Rangers. Fourth inning here at Progressive Field. All Rangers so far in the nightcap. 6-0, they lead it. And Aaron Laffey, who we thought might have been done after the third inning, but he's back out there ready to work the fourth. He's only made, I think, 50 pitches. But it wasn't so much that, just the way that, Texas has had his number all night. You thought, well, maybe they'll pull the plug on him.
Get his work in. That's all there is to it. You hate to go to the bullpen this early because usually nothing good comes from that.
Ian Kinsler had a base hit his last time up. 1 for 2 tonight. He hammers this one into the left field corner. And he will roll into second base with a double. His second double in this doubleheader. And it gives him 26 on the year.
Already 4 doubles for Texas in this ball game. And Laffey, believe me, it's not getting any better. They are hitting the ball hard, and they are hitting it all over the ballpark. The only guy without a hit in Game 2 is Andrew Jones. 8 other Rangers have a hit, and you're just entering the 4th inning.
And the bullpen back and busy again. Looks like Tomohoko once again will get up and get loose. Elvis Andrus, I think we mentioned this in the first game, but it's worth repeating. The youngest position player on an opening day roster this year, and only Rick Porcello of the Tigers was younger overall.
Huh.
Big chopper towards third. Oh, what a nice scoop by Carroll, and he'll throw him out. One down. Let's have a look at our Direct Energy bringing the gas sequence. We'll go back to the second inning. David Murphy facing Aaron Laffey.
Well, he misses with a pitch down, then he's going to hit the strike zone with a fastball, a breaking ball, which was following one more breaking ball to get the strikeout.
Direct Energy, simple solutions for your natural gas supply needs.
That is the only strikeout for Aaron Laffey tonight.
Marlon Byrd 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning. Slow chopper hit towards third, almost like a bunt, and everybody's safe.
It's your night. It is your night.
That's six hits for Marlon Byrd.
Yeah,
in this doubleheader.
Both of them in this game are infield hits, so you know it's your night.
You know, one more. Once again, I want to revisit talking about Elvis Andrus being 20 years old at the start of the season. Sometimes we get caught up in a birth age, you know, how old you are. But, I'm sure you played with guys who might have been 20 whatever, but either acted older than that or were more mature than their age or immature for their age, for that matter. So I don't think you can always just go by how old. It comes down to, well, how does he handle himself? How does he carry himself? How mentally tough is he? Can he handle the kind of failure you're going to experience at this
was
level?
Up at the big leagues when he was 20. I was in the big leagues when I was 20. You know, it depends on the individual. You know, and Andrus has carried himself very, very well. They moved a Gold Glove shortstop to third base for him, Michael Young. You know, and he had just won his first Gold Glove, and Young, it didn't sit too well with him at the time. But I'll tell you what, right now the heart and soul of that club's on the DL, Michael Young. But I guarantee you, right now he's not upset he moved.
That could have been a little daunting for Andrus to begin with. Just coming in knowing they moved a guy who was a Gold Glover, so I could be here. Boy, I better not screw this up.
Well, they don't look at it that way.
He never flinched.
If you can play the game of baseball, you can play.
That's true. I guess when you strip it all away,
the game of baseball is what it's all about. Exactly right. It doesn't matter. It's the people that believe in you that are going to give you that opportunity to play. And then you just following through and just doing what your natural abilities allow you to do.
Stage 2-2 on the foul by Jones. It's official. Mahoning Valley has won their playoff opener. 3-1 the final score, so congratulations to Travis Fryman and his crew. 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball in the hole. Base hit. Another ground ball single. RBI. Jones drives in his 42nd of the year. And it's now a 7-0 Rangers lead, and that is going to be it for Aaron Laffey.
Everybody has a hit off Laffey in the Rangers lineup. And he just did not fool anybody tonight.
So we've got a timeout. Tomo Oka coming on when we come back. this game.
Yeah, they had 13 in the first game.
10 of their 12 hits came on the first 3 pitches offered by Aaron Laffey. So they were aggressively searching early in the count.
What's the key for Aaron Laffey? Getting ahead and getting outs on 3 pitches or less. Well, they just reversed the table on him today.
Good point.
You know, and location-wise, maybe it wasn't where Aaron wanted it to, but Texas, even balls they didn't hit hard, found holes. So now it's Tomaoka time to try and eat up some innings for that bullpen for Eric Wedge, because it has been all Texas in Game 2. That's one he'd like to forget because he was undefeated coming into this ballpark. 4-0 at home. And a 1.90 ERA. Well, he's given up 7 and still 2 out there.
Nelson Cruz 2 for 2 with a single, a double, 2 runs scored. So after starting 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, he's 3 for his last 3 in the series. Second half of this twilight doubleheader. Noon game follows tomorrow to wrap up the series. Then an off day Thursday, and the Royals come to town for a weekend series. When Boston keeps hammering away at Baltimore, 10-0 now. Red Sox up in that game. Tigers have taken a 5-3 lead over Kansas City now, bottom 5. Both the White Sox and the Twins losing tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomaoka with a 2-2 pitch, and it's low, full count. Payoff pitch, bounced to short. There's 1, and they turn 2. Nicely turned by Cabrera and Valbuena. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Texas. As Dribble Cabrera to lead it off for the Tribe. Brandon McCarthy goes right at him with a strike. Fouled back. Indians without a hit so far. Jamie Carroll reached on an error in the first. Kelly Shopik walked in the third. One ball, one strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball to short, Elvis Andrus. One away. Let's go back to the STO studios once again. Here's Al Pawlowski with a Ford Sports update on the Red Sox and the Orioles.
Yeah, Matt, Rick, what kind of nights have been for Baltimore and Boston? Well, Pedroia, Youkilis, Gonzalez, Pedroia again, Drew, Ortiz, all yard. 6 home runs for Boston. They lead at 10-0 in the 8th inning.
Wow. Holy mackerel. Roll up the white flag.
Well, Baltimore leads the league in giving up home runs, and they're showing you why tonight. 6 more homers. They have given up 181 homers on the year in 138 games.
Shin-Soo Choo looks at a ball down low. Choo with a line drive to center, and the Indians have their first hit tonight. Choo now 3 for 7 in the doubleheader.
Put a good swing on a fastball away. There it is, going into center field. First hit for the Tribe. That's what they want to do. They want to keep those Rangers out in the field for a little bit. They've been out there playing defense all night.
And a strike call to Johnny Peralta. Called a strike. Nothing into the count. Peralta serving as the DH in game 2 of this doubleheader. And he got him to go fish. Second strikeout for McCarthy. 2 down here in the inning.
Well, we would like you to fill the house for shoes and clothes for kids tomorrow. Remember, it's a noon game. And the Indians say close out this series with the Rangers, and for every ticket sold, $1 will be donated to the charity. $460,000 have been raised so far for local charities. Sleep fast and come back.
Valbuena takes a strike. Called a strike outside edge. 0-2 the count.
13 of 15 first pitch strikes for McCarthy tonight.
Well, you know, we've talked about this before. You get a big lead. That's what you want as a pitcher. But sometimes you can be too careless and just start grooving them down the middle, and all of a sudden, you know, they get a couple of hits and they're right back in the game. So you still have to be effectively throwing strikes.
Continue to pitch like it's a 0-0 game. Well, he's been very aggressive, and he's...
Wow, he looks sharp. That's his third strikeout, and he's got a 1-hit shutout through 4. Fresh. And by Alltel Wireless. Choose who you call for free with My Circle. Any number, any network. Seven-zip, Texas on top. And Tomaoka delivers ball one to David Murphy, who drove in a run with a base hit his last time up. That's hit pretty well. Deep to left. Back goes Laporta. Over his head, off the wall. Makes a good, strong throw, but sliding in safely is David Murphy. Another extra base hit for Texas.
Double your pleasure. That's number 5 in game 2. He just shot it the other way. Kinsler, Andrus, Cruz, Murphy, and Teagarden with the doubles. So he slices that ball the other way. Another lead-off double. That's hit number 13 for Texas. Well, when we came in here, it was the home run in game number 1 in the second inning that stopped their string of 16 consecutive innings where they haven't scored. And I'll tell you what, they're taking it out on somebody because they didn't like it. It was a home run by Murphy in the second inning, and ever since that home run, it's almost like it relieved a little bit of pressure. And these guys have been, digging in and teeing it up and letting it fly.
This scoreboard update brought to you by Wendy's. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Well, you wouldn't know it, but the Texas Rangers do miss Michael Young.
Sure,
the way they've swung the bat in the 2 games here tonight, you'd say, well, whatever. They don't need him the way they're swinging the bat.
No, they certainly do, the heart and soul.
He's the longest tenured Ranger. He's the guy that they rally around in that clubhouse. He, just over a week ago, he felt a pop in his hamstring going down the first baseline. He was terrified. He said, I thought, oh, that's it. I'm done. It's going to be bad. But they came back and said, you know, you should be ready by the final couple of weeks in the season. He said, that's all I'm focusing on. So he was out here today doing some light running exercises before the game, trying to rehab it as much as he can so that he'll be ready to go.
You know, I saw him running down the line when he did injure it. It didn't look like much at the time.
They never do they? You know, you'll see a guy and all of a sudden he just pulls up. And next thing you know, a hamstring injury can keep a guy sidelined for a long time.
Yes, it can.
First strikeout for Tomaoka, 1 down here in the 5th inning. Omar Vizquel said of Michael Young, and I think this this kind of sums up what he means to them. He said of Michael Young, quote, he's the engine of this team. He's the one that gets everything going. We're really going to miss him now, especially with every game is important. It's really sad to see one of the best hitters have to go down for a little bit.
Well, and Omar's a guy that's one of the guys that are going to fill in for him.
Yeah.
You know, and Omar realizes you don't fill in for him, but you just hope to, you know, do the best you can do. Defensively, he will, but certainly offensively, he's not going to be able to fill a void.
Well, he's a guy, as you said, he's got that presence. He's been there.
Oh yeah, he'll go out and he'll do everything in his power.
Here's another thing that, you know, speaking of the Michael Young hamstring injury, that just tells you how far we've come and how the game has changed, especially since when you played. Ball in the dirt, Shopik blocks it. All right, he's got the strained hamstring, right? He had a blood platelet injection after the injury was diagnosed to accelerate the healing process. Anybody ever come up to you when you were playing and said, we're going to need to give you a blood platelet injection? Huh?
No, I've never heard of that. Well, when you said something like, I got a sore leg back here, so that's okay. Tape it up and go on out there. You're all right.
Give me some icy hot for that.
Hamstring? What's that? You want some cheese with that hamstring?
Oh, and a nice backhanded stop by Cabrera, but he'll have no play. Another infield hit for Texas. Every time they put the ball in play, it seems like good things have happened for them tonight.
It's just one of those nights. That's all there is to it. Plain and simple. When you don't hit the ball or you hit it on the ground and it's a routine play, it's out of reach of the defense. That's the third hit in this game that I can remember that has not left the infield, but it's gone as a base hit, and it's moved to run to the third base. It's one of those nights. And, Texas this is their third doubleheader this year. They swept the first two, both of them coming back in Texas. They're on the verge of doing it again for the third time this year.
I think they got the knob of the bat. Nope. Got the. Yeah,
Foul
it did.
ball. Foul ball.
Yep, got the bat.
Yeah. Take a look and don't tell me. No, that's just got the piece of the barrel.
Yep. Swung on and missed. And there's a strikeout for Tomooka, his second of the inning, 2 down. So this will be the 27th Texas batter to come to the plate tonight. And 17 at bats now with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, they've had their share, haven't they?
Wow. th pitch of the night for Tomooka, who came on at the end of the 4th inning. Ian Kinsler, 2 hits, a single, a double, a run batted in, and a run scored in the nightcap. He went 2 for 4 in the opener. So he's got 4 hits combined on the night. Hey, if you're interested in winning a new Harley Davidson, a LeBron James autographed jersey, or a family vacation to the Carolinas, go to asparkofhope.com and buy your tickets for the September 18th fundraiser for pediatric blood cancer research. You just might be riding home on a Harley. Into the seats that foul ball goes. First and third, 2 down, and a 1-2 pitch. Tomooka, native of Japan, made his major league debut in 1999 with Boston. He's also pitched with Montreal, Brewers, Diamondbacks. Popped up, foul ground. First baseman Chris Jimenez has it, and the inning is over. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 7-zip Texas.
7-0. It'll be Laporta going up against Brandon McCarthy, who was giving up just one hit in this ball game in the first 4 innings. That was a Shin-Soo Choo one-out single last inning. So Laporta, Jimenez, Shopping, the scheduled hitters.
The 0-1 pitch, missed down low. He's had 6 0-2 counts. He has not had a single 2-0 count.
Well, you said he was pounding the strike zone. 41 of the 57 pitches have been for strikes.
And he's got Laporta down now.
And that curveball that he has, you haven't seen him throw many changeups. It's been basically a fastball curveball. And a lot of times that curveball sometimes is tough to control to get it in the strike zone or to get umpires to call it because it's 12-6. It goes straight down. But tonight he has had very good command of it. And you said 6'7", so when you see it up here, it's like a sky hook from Abdul-Jabbar.
I would imagine for most hitters, it comes out of his hand and you think, there's no way that's going to be in the strike zone.
Next thing you know, it's tight and it's coming down.
Two pitch. On the fist to the shortstop. 1 down. Time now for our Northern Ohio Toyota dealers game recap. In the second inning, Esteban Herman, a 2-run single right off the gut. And then David Murphy in the third inning with an RBI single, made it 5-zip. Andrew Jones knocked out Aaron Laffey with that RBI hit. And it's 7-zip Rangers. For a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com. Chris Jimenez out on strikes his first time up. 1-0 pitch. High pop. Shortstop Elvis Andrus again. 2 down. Here's another look at the Alltel Text Bowl question of the game. Which Indian has the most hits all time against the Rangers franchise since 1961, going back to their Senator days? Omar Vizquel, Julio Franco, Carlos Baerga, or Max Alvis? Text your answer to 31962. Results coming up in a little while. Kelly Shoppach walked his first time up. Smashed deep right center field. This baby is gone. Kelly Shoppach with his 11th home run of the year gets the Indians on the board. It's now 7-1.
Look at our Pepsi home run replay as Shoppach's going to get on it. Look, I don't know if that was a breaking ball or not, but he tried to do something to it, and he shoots it to right center field and gets it up into the seats. The Indians will get on the board, just their second hit.
Breaking ball hangs high to Michael Brantley, who is 0 for 2.
For Shoppach, his 11th home run.
You know, Rick, you're talking about Brandon McCarthy and his frame. I was watching a special on the MLB channel the other day about the 1968 World Series between the Tigers and the Cardinals, and that was the year of the pitcher. You know, Bob Gibson and Louis Tiant had a 1.60 ERA for the Indians that year. Danny McClain was a 30-game winner for the Tigers. They lowered the mound the year after that, 1969, and the game was changed forever in advantage for the hitters because the pitcher's mound was 15 inches in 1968 and was lowered to 10 inches. And
so a third. They lowered it a third.
And I was thinking, watching Brandon McCarthy pitch tonight, could you imagine him bump that mound up 5 more inches?
What would Randy Johnson have been
Well,
like?
yeah. It's another good one. 6'10". Coming straight down the hill at you. Fouled back by Brantley. Well, the interesting thing to me, and we had some time to kill during the 2.5-hour rain delay last night.
We did?
And Bo was looking up some of the numbers. I mean, Carl Yastrzemski won the batting title that year at 301.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine. But then you said
68. You said,
and you said the highest ERA in baseball was Washington
As
Senators.
a team.
It was a 371 was the highest ERA in baseball that year. Well, the Indians get on the board thanks to the homer by Shopping. But through 5, it's still 7-1 Texas. Seven 1 Texas on top as we go now to the 6th inning here at Progressive Field. That youngster's seen quite a bit of baseball.
Look at that little baby under the blanket. Hey, I got in the elevator last night getting ready to go after they called it, and there was a 10-week-old baby seeing his first ball game, and it was rained out.
Didn't see much.
No, it did not. His name was Benjamin.
As Drupal Cabrera throws out his counterpart, Elvis Andrus, one down. Well, Benjamin, come on back, and
he will.
We'll get you a game.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, kick off the 2009 Browns season with a Trips Pack. Build your own 3-game ticket plan, including the Browns home opener against the Vikings this Sunday. It's all that can be done for under $100. Visit clevelandbrowns.com and buy your Trips Pack online. Marlon Byrd, 2 for 3 in the nightcap after a 4 for 4 performance in the first game of the double dip. Well, this has been a night pretty much to forget for the Indians, even though there's still time to go. However, 14 years ago on this night was a night most of us will never ever forget.
Yes, indeed.
September 8th, 1995.
Against the Baltimore Orioles.
Indians clinched their first division title.
Look at this guy, 7 hits.
3rd hit of the game, 7th of the doubleheader.
I told you, some guys go out and you can have a great day, and this guy is having one.
Here we go, Arch. Remember this?
Oh, yes, I do.
Packed house, 1995. Everybody was awaiting the inevitable. And Jim Thome did the honors, and that touched off a wild celebration.
Yeah, that was some kind of year. I was doing that game on radio with Herb Score that night because they had the baseball network going on, and Hammy was over there doing that.
Andrew Jones sends a drive fairly deep to center, and now it's still carrying. Brantley running out of room, and he makes the catch about a stride in front of the fence for out number 2. That baby kept on carrying, and Jones almost hit it out of here to straightaway center. He was reaching for that wall, trying to find it.
Yeah, and that's just, not playing many games in this ballpark. The key is when that ball was hit high like it was, to get back as quickly as possible.
And now Cruz sends a drive deep to right field. Chu onto the track. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. A couple of loud outs off the Texas bats. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Rangers by 6. Rangers, bottom of the 6th inning here at Progressive Field. Jamie Carroll has Dribble Cabrera and Shin-Soo Choo for the Tribe. Brandon McCarthy fires one in the dirt. One thing Jamie Carroll wants to avoid this time is Elvis Andrus. Don't hit one to the guy at shortstop.
Well, he's made 2 plays today in the hole, ranging far to his right. I mean, jumping and spinning and throwing they're highlight reels. And you're going to see many of them in that kid's career.
There aren't many guys in the game that can make that play, period.
That's true.
And he's done it twice tonight.
No, there's one that has made many of them.
Up the middle. And no one's going to get that one.
See, that's how skinny he is. He couldn't even hit him when it was right back up the middle. He had to skip out of the way, and Jamie Carroll gets a base knock. I mean, this ball was right at his feet. Watch, he just jumps right out of the way. Right between his legs.
Between the wickets.
Yes, indeed. He was playing croquet.
As Dribble Cabrera 0 for 2 slides in. He hammers this ball deep to right field. Way back and gone to Souvenir City as Drupal Cabrera, his 6th home run of the year. RBIs number 60 and 61 for the Tribe shortstop. And it's now a 7-3 ball game.
Number 6 for Cabrera. And boy, I'll tell you what, the offense did it in the game 1. Here's our Pepsi home run replay. And he juices it to right field.
Yeah, he was looking for that fastball. He got it, and he hammered it.
That's a 7-3 ball game. They continued to peck away and tried to come back in game number 1. They just could not put zeros on the board, but they were down 7-0 in this one, and they've got 3 unanswered.
Shin-Soo Choo, base hit his last time up. And he goes at him with a breaking ball for a strike. As Drupal Cabrera, 3 hits in the doubleheader. Choo came up empty with a big swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. "80 pitches on the night for Brandon McCarthy. Up high, 1-2. Activity in the Ranger bullpen. High pop, foul, down the line. This is going to find the seats. There's Jason Grilli warming now for Texas. September 8, 1995, the night the Indians clinched that division title. There are 3 guys still playing from that Indians team that night.
Tommy, Ramirez, Vizquel.
Yep. Kenny Lofton. You also had Carlos Baerga, Albert Bell, Eddie Murray, Paul Sorrento, Sandy Alomar, and Oral Hershiser was the pitcher that night. And how about this? On that night, Vizquel, Tomey, and Ramirez were 0 for 9 combined. But that team could beat you in so many ways.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Payoff pitch to Choo. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. 4th strikeout for Brandon McCarthy. 1 down here in the 6th. Back to the STO studios we go for a Ford Sports update. Al has the latest on the Rays and the Yankees.
Well, man, it went to the 9th inning, tied up. Former Buckeye Nick Swisher to right. That's gone. His 2nd homer of the evening, 26th of the year. Walk-off winner. Yankees beat the Rays tonight 3-2 at Yankee Stadium. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Al. That's 90 wins for the Yankees.
That's unbelievable.
They're 40 games over 500.
How many more home runs in Yankee Stadium? My goodness.
Yankees now 90 and 50 on the year. The next closest team to them at the start of the day were the Cardinals and Dodgers at 82 wins.
Well, the Cardinals have been playing lights out.
48 wins at home for New York. 1 hopper to third, Esteban Herman. Low throw and a nice job on the other end again by Davis. 2 down. Let's have a look at the All Care Dental and Dentures Smilin' Easy Cam. And a special hello to our All Care friends watching in Columbus, Ohio. All Care Dental and Dentures make seeing the dentist easy. Luis Valbuena takes a strike. He is 0 for 2.
Well, in the 68 games they played at Yankee Stadium, Matt, they had 4 more homers, 209 home runs in 68 games.
Wow. Ground ball to short. Andrus pulled him off the bag, and again Davis with a nice play to save his shortstop an error. But the Indians get 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Asdrubal Cabrera. 7-3 Texas. Seven 3 Rangers on top. 7th inning. Tomo-Oka has worked 2 2/3 innings scoreless relief. He'll face David Murphy, Taylor Teagarden, and Chris Davis. Popped him up. Should be playable. Coming in from third, Jamie Carroll. And he makes the catch. 1 away.
Well, spend your lunch break tomorrow here at the ballpark when the Indians close out the series with the Rangers. It's 12:05 start. You can purchase a $15 upper reserve ticket and receive $10 of loaded value to purchase food at the ball game. Stay for 3 innings or more. That'll be tomorrow. That'll be in a matter of hours.
Taylor Teagarden walked and scored in the 2nd inning. He doubled in the 3rd. Struck out his last time up. Sends a grounder to third base, and Jamie Carroll takes care of that. 2 away. Swung on and missed. Chris Davis singled and scored in the 2nd. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd and had another base hit in the 5th inning. He was one of the few Rangers who didn't have a hit in the first game of the doubleheader. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oka throwing it by him. Fouled back. jam job right back to the mound. Oka smothers it, throws him out, and another good inning of work for the Indians right-hander. Stretch time here at Progressive Field, 7-3 Rangers. Lake with a brand new menu, and that new menu is coming to a Panini's near you very soon. Stay up to date. Log on to paninisgrill.com. Brandon McCarthy has made 91 pitches through 6 innings. 63 have been for strikes, and now 19 of 25 first pitch strikes. So that's been his game plan. Give him an early lead and let him pitch ahead in the count. Laporta pops it in the air, right field, near the line. Cruz has it, 1 away.
Well, Indians game always makes a great group outing in groups of 25 or more. Receive discounts of up to half off ticket prices. Call 216-420-HITS.
Down low, ball 1. Chris Jimenez 0 for 2 tonight. Coming up after the ball game tonight here on Sports Time Ohio, stay tuned for Outdoors Ohio with Darcy Egan and Joe Thomas.
500 team. And slip sliding right out of the picture would appear to be Tampa Bay. They're without Carlos Pena the rest of the way, and tonight they lost at Yankee Stadium on a walk-off, 3-2. Nick Swisher's second home run of the game. So it would appear here that last year's American League champions will not repeat. So look at that Ranger bullpen. Mentioned the Red Sox all over the Orioles 10-zip. The Royals lead the Tigers 6-5 now in the 8th. The Tigers win streak in jeopardy. The White Sox trying to gain, but they're getting clobbered at home by Oakland 10-3. Here's a walk to Jimenez. Kelly Shopik, who drilled a home run last time, the next batter. Will the Rangers stay with McCarthy? Would appear to be the case. Seattle still leading in Anaheim, 1-0 over the Angels in the second. the Rangers could be back to within 3.5 of first in the AL West. Over in the National League, boy, it looks like Pedro Martinez was a halfway decent pickup for the Phillies, huh?
Yeah.
Phillies beat Washington tonight 5-3, and Pedro is 4-0. Raul Ibanez, a pair of home runs. He's up to 30 for the year. Chase Utley hit number 30. Jason Worth hit number 32 for Philadelphia. Wave and a miss, 2-2 to Shopping. Again, the off-speed stuff's been real good for McCarthy tonight. Three and two. We got the top of the order, Brantley on deck. Slugged in the left. Chased by Murphy. It's over his head. Boy, a big night for the native Texan Kelly Shopping. A walk, a homer, and a double. It is second and third, just one out. And that's going to be it for BMAC. Just like his other start off the DL, 6 1/3 innings. And the Rangers will hand it off to the bullpen. We'll come back and tell you about that new Ranger pitcher in just a moment. 7-3 Texas, our score in the second game of our doubleheader.
One out. And the Rangers will go to a man once known as Everyday Eddie Guardado. Not quite every day anymore, but hey, 43 appearances.
That one time he was every day for a long time for the Minnesota Twins. He went back to the Twins, was it last year, and then ended up back with the Rangers this year. So coming on to face Michael Brantley.
He'll be 39 before the end of the season.
McCarthy, his second start since coming off the DL, his second straight 6 1/3 innings. His last start against Toronto, he did that. He gave up 3 hits and 1 run. Here it's 5 hits and 3 runs and the chance to add on.
Gets away, and the Indians are going to pick up another run. Jimenez scores. It's 7-4, and Kelly Shopping goes to third on the wild pitch. So now the Indians need one more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that first pitch coming out of the bullpen, down and in the dirt. Teagarden deflects off his glove. Jimenez comes in to score. We have a 3-run ball game now. Make it a 2.
Brantley bloops it into left field. A base hit coming home is Shopik. It's a 7-5 game as Brantley has now hit in every game he has played in. He continues his tear. He has 3 hits in the doubleheader here this afternoon, and the Indians have closed to within 2 runs of the Rangers. And Ron Washington immediately is going to go back to that bullpen.
Well, you can say Guardado didn't do his job tonight. A wild pitch to let a run score, a base hit to let another one, and his night is over. What did he throw? 2 pitches?
Yeah. 2 pitches. Thank you very much. Good night. And we'll be right back with another pitching change after this. On 1 out, Jamie Carroll will be the batter, and the new pitcher is right-hander Jason Grilli.
Grilli 2-2. It's been 5 unanswered runs for the Indians since the 5th inning in the Shopik solo home run. It was all Texas in the first 4. It's been all Cleveland the last 3. And they are bringing the tying run to the plate. Still just 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Jason Grilli was never anything all that special when we saw him with Detroit, but I'll say this for him. Since coming to Texas, he has stranded all 11 inherited runners.
Last 10 Indians hitters, 5 for 10 with a walk.
They're giving Michael Brantley a real workout over there. Up high, 1-1 to count. Taylor Teagarden has thrown out 12 of 32. Which is very respectable.
Yes, it is. Anything around 30% is very good.
Boy, Oakland is hammering the White Sox. That's at U.S. Cellular Field. 10-3 A's. They're in the 9th inning in Chicago. Meanwhile, the Royals have come back to take a 6-5 lead over Detroit. 2-1. Call a strike to even the count. Minnesota went down to defeat in Toronto, 6-3 the final score there. The 2-2, foul back. Brantley a modest lead at first base. And the 2-2 pitch is low, full count.
Well, you
send him
definitely
here, don't you?
I think you start him here. Yeah, with Carroll at the plate, who puts the ball in play. Go right ahead.
There's Asdrubal Cabrera waiting on deck. With one out here in the 7th inning. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. And he did have a good jump, too. He's got that explosive first couple of steps.
No, that's all. That's the key to base stealing. You know, getting up to full speed in 2 steps. Quickness. First step acceleration.
Jason Grilli. He's thrown 7 pitches. He may have thrown over to first as many times. Runner goes, 3-2, swung on a miss, throw to second, and they got him. No, he caught him safe. Boy, it looked like Hernandez was going to punch him out, and it was close. And you can see Elvis Andrus asking Angel Hernandez. And Michael Brantley gets his 2nd stolen base.
Well, it looked like, he was running off. He was trying to tag him on the move. It's a good slider. Here comes the throw. And he didn't tag him until his hand might have been on the base. So that's a good call. It was close. I think more times than not, maybe they do get the call.
So now, Asdrubal Cabrera, 2-run homer his last time up. Fouls one out of play. Cabrera slices it down the seats. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at second. If Cabrera comes up with a 2-out hit, it's a 1-run game. If he does what he did the last time up, we're all tied. Fights it off to keep himself alive. Yeah, see Jose Veras loosening in the Tribe bullpen. Again, the 0-2 offering. And he struck him out. Indians get 2, and we'll go to the 8-7-5 Rangers. It's a 7-5 Texas Rangers lead as we go to the 8th inning. I tell you, Tomoka's done a nice job. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits,
He has put zeros on the board, and when you're down 7-0, that's exactly what you have to do, and that has enabled the Indians to climb back into this ball game. It's now 7-5, and that's what a long man does. Your starter struggles, you fall out of it early.
Weak chopper hit to short as Drubel on the short hop throws him out. This scoreboard update is brought to you by Coors Light. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Oka has retired 6 in a row, and now Ian Kinsler, 2 for 4 in the nightcap, 2 for 4 in the opener. So he's had a good day all the way around with a couple of doubles. Tell you one thing about Kinsler. Very rarely do you see him foul a ball off the other way. Because he can pull with the best of them.
Well, he gets ready and he strikes, man. From his set position, he comes out, it's almost like a cobra. He'll strike so quickly. Watch how he stands nice and relaxed, and then boom, he gets after it. Very quick bat. Watch this. Very short stride, and he just gets those hands through. And, I mean, he can go the other way, and he'll hit the ball the other way. But, boy, you slow it down for him, and you'll generate and speed it up, and he will. There you'll see, 70 hits the left field.
Well, as you said, too, though, I remember when we were in Texas, he's a guy the harder the better. He loves you. Challenge him inside with that fastball.
Keep going.
He gears up.
It doesn't matter. He'll turn that dial up on the waistband, and he'll swing harder. Look at that.
There it is right there, hammered in the left
field. He
field.
slowed it down, though. That's what Oka did. This guy can hit.
1-out single. Third hit here in the nightcap for Kinsler.
Look at this. No stride. Up and down on a toe. And he just, boy, oh boy, uncoils. That's hit number 16 now for the Royals. The third for Kinsler.
Throw over. Elvis Andrus had a double his first time up, drove in a run with a ground out in the second inning. Kinsler playing it a little dicey over there, went back feet first, standing up. He does have 28 steals on the year, so you do have to be careful not to fall asleep on him. Just missed with that pitch. "46 pitches for Tomoka. In the air, left center. Laporta, the left fielder, takes it. 2 down.
Friday, when the Royals come to town, that'll be another great fireworks show going on. All fans in attendance will receive an Indians baseball cap, and all police, fire, EMS, and military personnel can purchase 50% off discount tickets for this game. That'll be Friday night against the Royals.
Marlon Byrd All he's done is gather 7 hits tonight. 3 in the nightcap, 4 earlier in game 1 of the doubleheader.
Well, he came into this night hitting 276. He's hitting 287, and you're talking about September.
Yeah, you're right.
So when you think
how hard it is to jump your average late in the season.
11 points in 2 games, you're having 2 great games.
And as all great hitters go, he's greedy. He wants more.
Absolutely. You get 1, you want 2. You get 2, you want 3. Well, he had 4 in the first one. He's got 3 in the second one. And, yeah, he wants a snowman here tonight.
Normally you try to avoid the snowman. But in baseball, you want that snowman.
You want a snowman.
You need that snowman. Fouled away. Now the 2-1 pitch. A little bit too high, 3-1. So Marlon Byrd in a good hitter's count right here. And Tomooka about to make his 52nd pitch since coming into the ballgame. And it's fouled away. You know, there's probably no kid in the world who is dreaming of playing in the major leagues and said, you know, what I really want to do is I want to be the long man out of the bullpen in the major leagues. It's one of those, it's just a thankless job. But if you've got a guy who can suck up some innings and, as you said, in a game like this, throw up some zeros, he saves your bullpen and he gives your team a chance to at least come from behind.
Well, he's done everything and then some tonight. You know, you don't look for a role or a job, say, I want to be a long man. You're a pitcher.
Oh, Marlon Byrd rung up by the home plate umpire, Lance Barksdale. So the strikeout for Oka, his 3rd of the night, and another 0 for the Tribe right-hander. For the Tribe. Shin-Soo Choo, Johnny Peralta, and Luis Valbuena
coming
on. Go
on
up against left-hander C.J. Wilson, who worked in the first game of this
he did.
doubleheader.
He sure did. He's coming back in again. Wilson went an inning, gave up 3 hits and a run. And Chu got one of those base hits off Wilson to drive in a run. Back in the 8th inning.
Missed outside, 2-0. And a line drive to left. Chest high catch made by Murphy, 1 away. Well, here are the results of the Alltel Text Bowl question of the game. 48% of you think Omar Vizquel has the most all-time hits against the Rangers for the Indians. And you are correct. 125 knocks for Vizquel against the Rangers, most of any Indians player. Ground ball hit to short. Andrus had trouble getting it out of the glove, and did he unload a P over to first base. 2 down. All right, Luis Valbuena 0 for 3 in the nightcap. Will step in against C.J. Wilson, who has quickly retired the first 2. Valbuena looks at a strike. Tribe's second baseman fly to center in the second, struck out in the fourth, grounded to short his last time up. Hits the bag with that ground ball. And he's had a hit in both ends of the doubleheader. And a 2-out single brings Matt Laporta to the plate.
That ball right up the middle. 7 hits now for the Indians. Again, anytime you get that man aboard, you bring the tying run to the plate.
And Matt Laporta hit a 2-run homer in the first game of this doubleheader. C.J. Wilson misses inside. Two balls, no strikes. Matt Laporta may be looking to take one shot. 2-0. Takes a strike. C.J. Wilson. Don't see many left-handers that can dial it up there 96 miles an hour consistently the way he can. Close pitch. Didn't get the call. 3-1. So another good count for Matt Laporta with Chris Jimenez on deck. Ball 4, he walked him. So 2 on, 2 out. Go ahead run now coming to the plate. And we will get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Andy Marte. And we'll also get a pinch runner. It's going to be Trevor Crowe. So Crowe will run for Laporta, representing the tying run. And Andy Marte will bat for Chris Jimenez, representing the go-ahead run. So Eric Wedge going to take his shot right here.
Marte's first pinch hit appearance. Well, you have the tying runs aboard and the winning run coming to the plate. Or the go-ahead run, I should say.
I like your confidence, though. Ron Washington, though, he's going to make a pitching change. He wants the right-hander to face Marte. We've got a timeout here at Progressive Field, 7-5 Texas, here in the 8th. Rangers go to right-hander Darren O'Day. He's given up 1 run in his last 6 games. His ERA, 1.93.
You know, a guy that throws from way down under, almost scrapes his knuckles on the ground when he's throwing at the home plate, so it looks like he could be awfully tough against right-handers.
Rangers picked him up off waivers from the New York Mets back in April.
Right-handers, 176 off him, and that's where Marte is right now. First and second, 2 outs.
Marte in the first game of this doubleheader was 2 for 5 with 2 singles and a run scored. Outside, 1-1. One hopper to short. Andrus goes the short way to end the inning on the force. And we will go to the 9th. 7-5 Texas. Marte now in at first base. In left field, Trevor Crow. And the new pitcher is right-hander Jose Veras.
Well, Tomaoka came out, and what a job he did. He went his, 4 2/3? Turning it over to Veras.
He's 1-1 in 13 appearances with the Indians and a 6.35 ERA. But, to his credit, when the Indians cut him loose, he cleared waivers, went back to Columbus, pitched for the Clippers. And now he's getting another shot here in the big leagues. He'll face Andrew Jones, Nelson Cruz, and David Murphy. Point being, Rick, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes guys, even when they don't pitch well, they look to make excuses or find somebody else to blame for their misfortune. And Veras never did that. He said, hey, I still want to pitch. I want to keep trying. I'll go to the minor leagues and try to get and work my way back. In from left, Trevor Crow makes the grab, one down. Time now for our Northern Ohio Buick Pontiac GMC performance of the game. 4 2/3, 4-hit shutout baseball.
Yeah.
The way these Rangers have been swinging the bats, that's really impressive.
38 of his 53 pitches for strikes. That's why the Indians are in the game. It was 7-0 at one point. It is now 7-5.
Nelson Cruz, a single, a double, couple of runs scored. Veras with a good fastball. Good slider. And it's quickly 0-2. What you're seeing with Veras is hasn't been overused, and he's got some serious life on that fastball.
Well,
good slider again, and he took care of him. 3 pitches. See you later, Nelson Cruz.
No time whatsoever.
2 down now for David Murphy.
That was a good slider right there. He buckled him on the first one. It came right back with the second one, so he wasted no time. 3 pitches, got the strikeout, 2 outs.
David Murphy, couple of hits tonight. He stands in. Yanked foul. Again, 12 o'clock game tomorrow. It'll be Fausto Carmona, Scott Feldman to wrap the series up at a 12 o'clock start right here on Sports Time Ohio. One pitch. Outside. Chrysler Jeep Indians on deck show at 11:30 a.m. Indians Rangers at noon. After the game, all bets are off with Bruce Drennan. Then tomorrow night, the Berea Report with Jim Donovan and Andre Knott. Strike called, 2-2.
Wonder if Al's just going to sleep at the studio so get right back up tomorrow. Brought a change of clothes. Brought a sleeping bag.
Just sleep right there on the desk.
Yeah.
The 2-2 pitch. Or maybe you could just, go across the way there. They've got the Good
Morning
Cleveland
yeah,
show.
That's right.
You could just sack out on the couch. And
you have to be up, though, by 9:30.
Fred and Andrea will wake him up in the morning and say, okay, Al, time to go. Got to get ready for the pregame show. Here's the set by Veras in the payoff pitch. Big bouncer in the hole. Marte has it kick off the glove. And he's charged with an error. Just looked like he was reaching for it.
Well, I wanted to reach and flip it before he caught it.
Almost looked like he was trying to reach and go to the bag at the same time.
Well, he was going to flip it. I think he was getting his trying to get his footwork in to flip. You see, you got to catch it first, and yeah, he wasn't going to go to first base. He was going to have to get it over to Veras. So that'll be an error for Marte.
And it brings up Taylor Teagarden with 2 down. 1 for 3 with a double. Throws first, and back safely is David Murphy. Veras deals, and he came up and in on him, spun him out of there. Pop back out of play, 1-1. $12,976, the official paid attendance for both games of this doubleheader. This doubleheader began at 5 o'clock. 17 minutes past 11. With 2 out here in the top of the 9th. And the count of ball and 2 strikes. Veras now ready with a 1-2. And Teagarden stays alive. Indians started the day 55-28 on the year when they score 4 or more. But they lost the first game despite the fact that they scored 9 runs. And they're trailing here in the nightcap down 7-5. But you've had 2 games here tonight that we haven't seen much of in the second half, which is just not much from your starters.
No, they weren't. They were playing catch-up, and they battled the second half of the game in both games. They never quit. They battled their way back into it. They just
2-2, low and away, full count. Well, the first game, the bullpen couldn't stop them. In the second game, Tomooka did a great job, but they already had 7 on the board by the time he got in there.
Right, spotted them 7.
So the string is out with 2 down and a runner at first. Murphy will be off with the 3-2 pitch to Taylor Teagarden. Good fastball, but Teagarden spoiled it. Again, Murphy will take off on the 3-2 pitch. And a ground ball single in the left field. So after Veras had 2 quick outs, the error by Marte. And now a base hit by Teagarden, and Rangers threatening here to add to their lead in the 9th. 2 on, 2 out. Chris Davis will be the batter. And Veras has already made 19 pitches here in this 9th inning.
Well, it goes to show you, man, you give that extra out. And then Teagarden put a good at-bat together to get a base hit. Made him throw some extra pitches, and now he's going to have to face a guy that's an all-or-nothing guy.
2 hits tonight. Drove in a run in the 3rd with that sac fly. Looks at ball 1. One and one to count. We talked earlier about the absence of third baseman Michael Young, who is a key guy in this lineup. We haven't talked a lot about Josh Hamilton, who's also been out of the lineup. He has a pinched nerve in his back, which affects his leg. He says, it feels like I have a toothache in my leg. Hit in the air. Deep left center. Laporta racer, Crow back and looking up, and it is gone. Chris Davis with a crushing 2-out, 3-run homer here in the 9th. And the Rangers now go up 10-5.
Yeah, they put it away after the error. And the all-or-nothing guy does it all in this at-bat. Took him to left center field. It's the kind of power he has. Look at that, a fastball down. And he lifted, separated. See you later. 10-5, Texas.
Esteban Herman. 2 outs and the base is empty. Steps in. Ten runs on 18 hits for Texas. Twelve of those 18 hits for the Rangers came in the first 4 innings tonight. Tomo Oka shut them down in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, limiting them to just 4 hits. But here in the 9th, the error kept the inning alive, then a single and a 3-run homer. The 2-1 fouled away. The Rangers came into this game, I shouldn't say this game, they came into the day having gone 15 scoreless innings. And they've scored 19 runs in 2 games.
They wanted to take it out on somebody.
I think it's like 21 runs. Veras gets a strikeout, 3 batters too late.
Well, when it comes to hits, the Indians had no chance in this game. They've been out hit 18-7. But up until that 3-run ninth, they were right in the game. They had the tying runs on base last inning when O'Day had to get out of it and get a ground ball and hit by Andy Marte.
Shopik takes a strike. At the knees, 0-2. Fouled away by Kelly. In the first game of this doubleheader, the Rangers had 7 of their 9 starters collect at least 1 hit, and all 7 had at least 1 extra base hit. Here in the nightcap, all 9 starters have at least a hit, and 6 of the 9 have at least 1 extra base hit. Up high. So they haven't exactly been a bunch of punch and judies. They've hit some bombs, some line drives, some gaps, done a little bit of everything.
They've just flat out hit.
Yeah. They have not missed any mistakes. Anything that's gotten too much of the plate, they have pounced on it. Now the 2-2. Ground ball to third behind the bag. Herman long throw. And this time Davis finally had a play where he couldn't make that magical scoop. And an error charged to Esteban Herman.
Well, if he makes a good throw, he's got him, and you get a little help. That was a tough hop for Davis. He's made a couple of picks like that tonight. He's helped out his infielders, but that time was a much tougher play.
Here's Michael Brantley. Drove in a run with a base hit his last time up. Brantley has played in 8 games this year. He's hit in all of them. He's taken over in center field with Grady Sizemore done for the rest of the year. Grady will have surgery to fix up that elbow, and he told me the other day in Detroit that said there's obviously some rehab time, but he said he'll be fine and ready to go for spring training. At least that's what he expects. And with Sizemore, Chu, and obviously, the potential of Trevor Crowe, Michael Brantley. I mean, they've got certainly some exciting players in that outfield. And then you mix in guys like Cabrera, the promise that Valbuena shows. 1-2, popped up foul, and out of play.
It's all going to come down to your starting pitching.
Absolutely, because you're going to have Johnny Peralta at third base next year. I suppose they'll have to figure out what they want to do at first base, whether it's Andy Marte or whether they go out and look for other alternatives. They've got to figure out the catching situation for next year. But yeah, it's going to come down to who are the 5 starters,
right?
And, who's going to fill out that bullpen. 1-2 pitch, struck him out looking. 1 down here in the 9th. Jamie Carroll, or are we going to get a pinch hitter here?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the new kid just called up.
Newman Romero. Primarily shortstop, but can also play second base and third base. Played for the Columbus Clippers this year. Romero signed out of Venezuela by the Indians originally. Looks at the ball outside. Two and 0. Newman Romero, drafted, or rather signed as a non-drafted free agent by the Indians going into the 03 campaign. Made stops at Burlington, Lake County, Kinston. Along the way. Really came into his own offensively last year when he hit .296 at Kinston. Shopik, the runner at first with one out. Fights it off, foul back. Fouled off the facing of the Ranger dugout. Two balls and two strikes with one out here in the last of the ninth. Tribe down 10-5. And he struck him out. Two down. And the batter will be Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera, two-run homer back in the sixth inning. 3 for 9 in today's doubleheader. Ian Kinsler scoops it up, flips it over to first, and the game is over. The Texas Rangers complete a doubleheader sweep of the Indians here tonight, winning 11-9 in the first game and 10-5 here in the nightcap. The win will go to Brad